The company saying sales fell 1% last quarter compared to the year before, the first time same-store sales have fallen globally since 2020, with fewer customers seeking out the golden arches for their fast food fix.
McDonald's has long been one of the most recognizable fast food brands in the world. For decades, it was the go-to option for quick, affordable meals. But recently, that reputation has started to fade. In its latest earnings report, McDonald's recorded its most significant decline in U.S. sales since the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Fewer people are walking through the doors, drive-through lines are shorter, and customers are spending their money elsewhere. This isn't just about changing tastes. It's a combination of rising prices, service issues, ingredient concerns, and shifting expectations. In this video, we'll break down exactly what's driving the decline and why McDonald's may be losing the loyalty of the customers it once depended on. One of the biggest reasons customers are turning away from McDonald's is simple. The prices have gone up significantly. Just a few years ago, a Big Mac meal would cost around $6. Today, that same meal often exceeds $9 before tax. In some cities, it's even higher. Factor in an upgraded drink or fries, and you're quickly approaching $11, $12 for a single combo. The value that once defined McDonald's is now harder to find. The dollar menu, once a key part of the brand's appeal, has been mostly phased out. What's left, small drinks, cookies, or maybe a plain cheeseburger, doesn't offer the same sense of value. In fact, many customers now feel like they're paying more and getting less. For families, the cost adds up quickly. A standard order for 2 adults and 2 kids can easily hit $30, $35. That's approaching the price of casual sit-down restaurants, many of which offer larger portions, better service, and a more comfortable dining environment. The perception of fast food being cheap simply no longer applies. Meanwhile, other fast food chains and convenience store competitors like Wawa, Sheetz, or even Costco's food courts are offering better food at lower prices. Some offer fresh, made-to-order items with customizable options at significantly lower cost. When prices rise but quality stays the same, customers start asking whether it's worth it. For a growing number of people, the answer is no. McDonald's built its reputation on affordability, but without a meaningful price-to-value ratio, even loyal customers are taking their business elsewhere.
Consumers are watching that and they're saying, all right, I'm just not going to visit as often as they used to.
McDonald's execs telling shareholders the company needs to lure back low-income consumers frustrated by high menu prices.
Modern consumers are paying more attention to what's in their food, and that trend isn't going away. Unfortunately, for McDonald's, many of its core menu items haven't kept up with changing expectations around food quality and transparency. Although McDonald's has made a few updates over the years, like removing artificial preservatives from chicken nuggets or switching to real butter, many customers remain skeptical. Concerns about overly processed ingredients, long shelf lives, and vague sourcing continue to affect the brand's image. Take the classic McDonald's burger patty. The company says it's 100% beef, but some customers still question how a patty can maintain its texture and appearance for hours or days. There's also growing awareness around ultra-processed foods, and McDonald's menu continues to lean heavily in that direction. Transparency is another issue. While companies like Chipotle or Sweetgreen promote farm partnerships and clearly list ingredients, McDonald's offers little detail. Consumers want to know where their meat comes from, what oils are used for frying, and how much processing happens before food reaches the kitchen. Those answers aren't always easy to find. In some markets, fresh produce options have also disappeared. Side salads were removed during the pandemic and haven't returned in many locations. Customers seeking fruits, vegetables, or whole grains are left with few meaningful options. This disconnect matters, especially to Gen Z and millennials, 2 groups that now dominate the fast food market. Surveys show that more than 70% of younger consumers check ingredients and nutrition info before ordering. If McDonald's can't meet those standards, it risks falling further behind competitors who already do. Another major factor contributing to McDonald's customer decline is a noticeable drop in service quality. What was once a hallmark of fast, reliable service has become inconsistent and, at times, frustrating.
That's the reality for millions in 2025, as McDonald's faces its worst U.S. sales drop since the 2020 pandemic. We're talking a 3.6% plunge in same-store sales in the US and a 1% global dip in Q1 alone. So, what's going wrong for the world's biggest fast food chain, and what's next?
Drive-through wait times have increased significantly. Recent data shows the average McDonald's drive-through time is now over 6 minutes, nearly double the average from just a few years ago. And that's assuming everything goes smoothly. During busy hours, it's not uncommon for customers to wait over 10 minutes for a simple order. Order accuracy has also suffered. Surveys indicate that roughly 1 in 4 McDonald's orders includes an error, whether it's missing items, incorrect ingredients, or a completely wrong meal. These problems are even more frustrating when discovered at home or after a delivery, where correcting the mistake becomes difficult or impossible. Staffing shortages are a big part of the issue. Many locations are perpetually hiring, and understaffed crews are forced to juggle front counter orders, drive-through traffic, mobile app requests, and delivery services all at once. It's a setup that often leads to overwhelmed workers and stressed-out customers. Inside the store, cleanliness is becoming another problem. Trash bins go unemptied, floors remain dirty, and dining areas are left untended for long stretches. Even bathrooms, once a benchmark for restaurant hygiene, are frequently neglected. At the same time, customer service has become more transactional and less friendly. Rushed orders, minimal communication, and difficulty handling custom requests leave customers feeling like they're just another number in the queue. For a company that once prided itself on consistency and hospitality, these shifts are hard to ignore. And for many customers, they're enough reason to stop coming back. The fast food industry has changed significantly over the past decade, especially when it comes to health. Consumers are now looking for fresher ingredients, plant-based options, and lower-calorie meals. Unfortunately, McDonald's has been slow to adapt.
When it stumbles, it's a sign the whole fast food world is shaking. The industry's facing a rough patch, with customers everywhere feeling the squeeze. Competitors are struggling too, but McDonald's size makes its woes headline news. Imagine a world where even McDonald's can't keep the lines moving. That's the reality we're in.
After the pandemic began, McDonald's removed salads from most U.S. locations, a move that was supposed to be temporary, but has become permanent in many areas. Healthier menu options like yogurt parfaits and wraps have also disappeared. Meanwhile, competitors like Subway, Panera, and even Taco Bell have updated their offerings to reflect these new preferences. Plant-based options, grain bowls, and fresh sides are now common elsewhere, but rarely found at McDonald's. Attempts to launch healthier items, like the McPlant burger, have been limited in scope and short-lived. Other healthier items are often high in sodium, sugar, or processed ingredients, undermining the appeal. The nutritional profile of a typical McDonald's meal hasn't changed much in years. A Big Mac, fries, and soda still add up to more than a day's worth of sodium and sugar. As more customers prioritize health, even in fast food, McDonald's risks being seen as outdated. Without a serious investment in menu innovation, the brand may continue losing relevance. In today's market, a smooth digital experience is essential, but McDonald's struggles with this area as well. The McDonald's mobile app has become known for technical issues. Users frequently report app crashes, errors with location services, and failed payments. Promotions don't always apply properly, and saved payment methods sometimes disappear. These problems can quickly turn a convenient order into a frustrating experience. In-store kiosks also present challenges. Some locations have outdated or poorly calibrated screens, making the ordering process slow or confusing. Customers unfamiliar with the system, especially older adults, often prefer human interaction, which is becoming harder to find.
Sales at McDonald's have dropped for the first time since 2020. During a quarterly earnings call this week, company executives said sales are down 1% at locations that have been open for at least a year. Revenue hit $6.5 billion from April through June, falling short of expectations.
The McDonald's Rewards program is another weak point. Unlike competitors with simple points-based systems, McDonald's uses a more complicated structure with rotating deals that many customers find difficult to navigate. The perceived value doesn't always match the effort required to use it. Delivery orders, which now account for a growing portion of McDonald's sales, suffer from cold food, missing items, and inconsistent packaging. These issues often go unresolved, as it's unclear whether the restaurant or the delivery company is responsible. In an industry where technology can be a competitive advantage, McDonald's is behind. And in some cases, the technology they do offer is driving customers away. McDonald's physical spaces once helped build a loyal customer base. Families gathered there. Kids played in the playgrounds. Seniors met for coffee. But much of that atmosphere is now gone. In recent years, many locations have undergone renovations that replace the familiar warm colors and kid-friendly designs with minimalist, corporate interiors. The new design uses grays, blacks, and hard materials, creating a space that feels more functional than inviting. Seating has become less comfortable. Music is inconsistent, sometimes absent, sometimes too loud. Community bulletin boards and team sponsorship displays have disappeared. Playgrounds, once a signature feature, are mostly gone.
When one market falters, lean on another. The US might be struggling, but global growth could keep the ship steady. Still, the road ahead isn't all smooth. The fast food game is changing fast. People want healthier options.
These changes may have been intended to modernize the brand, but they have also removed much of what made McDonald's feel like a community space. Now many locations feel transactional and impersonal. Maintenance and cleanliness are also ongoing concerns. Dirty floors, unclean tables, and neglected bathrooms are increasingly common, even in recently remodeled stores. This further erodes customer trust and comfort. At a time when people are looking for both value and experience, McDonald's is falling short. The physical environment no longer supports the brand's identity, and that disconnect is pushing customers to look elsewhere. McDonald's is still a global powerhouse, but its grip on the US market is weakening. Once defined by affordability and convenience, the brand is now facing growing backlash over rising prices, inconsistent service, outdated technology, and a lack of progress on health or sustainability. These issues are pushing longtime customers to explore other options, often permanently. Brand loyalty can't be taken for granted, even with decades of dominance. If McDonald's wants to regain its position, it will need more than promotions or new products. It may require a complete rethinking of the customer experience from top to bottom.